A letter from Arthur Law about the panel they made for Joseph Beam, their hero. Dear Joe, I stumbled across your words when I felt like I was dying. You dared me to dream as you dared all of us to dream. You gave me back my life, and I risked believing that I really could fly, that I really could be strong enough, that I would never be alone, and that the power of our love really is invincible. Your loss is an impenetrable silence. Love, Arthur. X. Extracts from Joe Beam's published obituary. While a board member of the US-based National Coalition of Black Lesbians and Gays, Joe Beam became the founding editor of the organization's Blackout magazine. He was a cultural and political activist dedicated to ending racism, homophobia, heterosexism, and the debilitating oppressions spawned by patriarchy. His commitment to ending the silence surrounding the lives of black gay men has been a most empowering legacy. Quote, "We have always existed in the African American community. We have been ministers, hairdressers, entertainers, sales clerks, civil rights activists, choir masters and dishwashers. You name it, we've done it, most often with scant recognition. We have mediated family disputes, cared for and reared our siblings, and housed our sick." End quote. In his essay, Making Ourselves from Scratch, he writes, quote, "It was imperative for my survival that I did not attend to or believe the images that were presented of black people or gay people. Perhaps that was the beginning of my passage from passivism to activism, that I needed to create my reality, that I needed to create images by which I and other black gay men to follow could live this life." End quote. Reverend Renee McCoy, former director of the National Coalition of Black Lesbians and Gays, and a good friend of Joe's, wrote, quote, "Joe left behind a legacy of who we are as black lesbians and gays. His work is a resounding affirmation of our lives." The Philadelphia Inquirer wrote that Joe developed a national reputation as an articulate, sensitive voice for the black gay community. End quote. He was also a man who cared deeply about black men loving black men. "The bottom line is this," he said. "We are black men who are proudly gay. What we offer is our lives, our love, our visions. We are coming home with our heads held up high."